And we have some breaking news this morning. The teen accused of killing 4 people in the deadly 2024 shooting at Georgia's Apalachee High School has pleaded guilty. Colt Gray entered guilty pleas to all 55 charges without a plea deal. And joining me now is CBS News reporter Jared Eggleston. Jared, good to see you today. So what should we expect next as the sentencing process moves forward in this case?
Hey there, Mugo. Good to be with you. You know, it's rainy, it's gloomy out here, and that exactly matches the mood inside that courthouse behind me this morning as Colt pled guilty. Like you said, it was a non-negotiated plea. So what that means is that he's pleading guilty to the charges, but that the sentence will still ultimately be up to the judge. The judge in this case has 2 options. You know, the death penalty is off the table for Colt due to his age when the shooting happened. He was 14. The judge will be deciding, though, between life in prison with the possibility of parole, but also life in prison without the possibility of parole. Already this morning, we have heard from several family members pleading with the judge to not give him parole. They're saying that they've already been traumatized and that they don't want to have to go through that trauma once again when those parole hearings come up down the road. You know, we heard from one of the victim's mothers, Brianna Skimmerhorn. She was very emotional this morning talking to him, saying that if he would have just reached out to Mason, her son, who Colt killed, he would have befriended him. They would have taken him in at their home to help make sure that he had the care that he needed, Mugo. So it has been an emotional morning already, and it is expected to continue well into today and into next week. Just before I came out here to talk with you, Mugo, some of the students had started giving their victim impact statements, and what they recount from that day is just horrific. They talk about entering rooms. You know, these are 14, 15-year-olds. They're talking about entering rooms and looking around to make sure that they know where the nearest exit is, what their plan would be if something like this happened again. So, you know, it's a really impactful moment. The entire courtroom is sobbing and emotional today, and even the judge looking on at Colt as these statements are made. I should say, Mugo, Colt is looking stone-faced the entire time, looking straight ahead.
And Jared, I understand you were there from the very beginning at the shooting scene. What is it like now with the family members of those victims sort of getting some kind of closure?
You know, we had talked with Brianna that I had mentioned before. We had interviewed her before Colt's father's trial, which happened earlier this year. And she was remarkably strong. You know, this community, Mugo, this is just outside of Atlanta, about an hour, hour and a half. And it is a very tight-knit community. It's not what you would think of a normal suburb. So this shooting really impacted the entire community here. That courtroom packed, not only with families of the victims, but also just community members, school members, everyone here supporting those people who are in there giving those victim impact statements. But, you know, as strong as they are, Mugo, it is still just emotional for everyone involved.
Oh, of course, of course. I'm sure it must have been a difficult day for them. Jared Eggleston, thank you so much for your reporting today. We appreciate it.